Nanda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Śrī Caitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhivyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I welcome you to today's Sri Caitanya Charitamrita session. Thank you for joining. Today is April 9th, 2026. And we are reading from Sri Caitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila. Let me open. Madhya Lila, chapter 9. Lord Chaitanya Mahāprabhu's travels to the holy places in South India. And yesterday we read how Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa is a devotee from SRIRANGAM, South India. So when Mahaprabhu went to SRIRANGAM, it was the 4 months of Chaturmasya. So during Chaturmasya, sannyasis don't travel. They stay in one place because it rains and it is so muddy. It's not easy to travel around. So, and also, they didn't have these tar roads. Traditionally, you just have mud roads. Of course, on highways, I think it was just mud roads. Maybe stone roads sometimes, royal roads may have been stone roads. But it's difficult to travel. So, Chaturmasya, they stay in one place. So, Mahaprabhu was in the home of Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa. Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa requested, he's a Brahmin and a Vaishnava, Sri Vaishnava Brahmin devotee. And he requested Mahaprabhu to stay in his house for the 4 months. So, we discussed their sweet exchanges and how Mahaprabhu established to him that it is Krishna who is Swayam Bhagavan, because he had been under the impression that Lord Nārāyaṇa is Swayam Bhagavan. So that was the discussion we had in the past several days. So at the conclusion, yesterday we saw that Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa's realization was that because of the mercy of Lakshmi Narayan, I got darshan of your lotus feet. I've been worshipping Lakshmi Narayan. So they've been so kind that I got darshan of your feet, your lotus feet. And then you have kindly revealed to me the supremacy of Lord Krishna, whose qualities, whose opulences, whose beauty, nobody can find the limits of these things, of Krishna's beauty, Krishna's opulence, Krishna's Aishwarya, nobody can find the limit. But out of your kindness, you have revealed this to me. And now I can understand that bhakti for Lord Krishna is the highest form of worship. Earlier, he was under the impression that worship of Lakshmi Narayan is the highest type of worship. And now he's saying, now I can understand that worship of Lord Krishna is the supreme form of worship. And you have made my life successful by explaining these facts to me out of your causeless mercy. Saying this, Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa fell on the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu, out of his causeless mercy, picked him up and embraced him. And so this was this episode. And finally, when the period of Chaturmasya ended, the 4 months were ended, then Mahaprabhu was traveling, isn't it? He was traveling to the holy places in South India. And while traveling, he came to Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa, to SRIRANGAM. And it happened to be Chaturmasya. So he spent 4 months there. When the 4 months ended, then he took permission from Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa. And then he said, now give me permission. I have to leave. So Mahaprabhu went to visit the deity, Lord Ranganath. And then he proceeded further south in his travels. So now we will see what happened after that. I'm sharing the screen with you. This is Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, text 164. So now when Mahaprabhu took permission to leave and he started to go, what happened after that? Saṅgete calilā bhaṭṭa na yāya bhavane, tāṅre vidāya dilā prabhu aneka yatane. Saṅgete calilā bhaṭṭa na yāya bhavane. When Mahaprabhu started leaving, Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa started going along with Mahaprabhu. He didn't go back to his house. He just kept walking with Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Saṅgete calilā bhaṭṭa na yāya bhavane. He wouldn't go back to his house. He just kept walking with Mahaprabhu. Tāṅre vidāya dilā prabhu aneka yatane. And Mahaprabhu tried in many ways to say goodbye to him, to convince him to go back. Tāṅre vidāya dilā prabhu. Mahaprabhu saying, like he said, okay, right? Vida dena, right? Saying farewell. In many ways, he tried in many ways to convince Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa to just go, please go back. Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa did not want to return home, but also wanted to go with the Lord. It was with great endeavor that Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu bade him farewell. So finally, with great endeavor, Mahaprabhu managed to send him back. Prabhura viyoge bhatta haila acetana. raṅga-līlā kare śacīra nandana. Wherever Mahaprabhu, whenever he left a place, this is the scene. So what happened? When Mahaprabhu convinced him to just go back, and when he left, Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa just fainted in separation from Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. He just fainted and fell down. raṅga-līlā kare śacīra nandana. This is the type of Leelas, pastimes that Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu performs or performed. We saw this also when Mahaprabhu left Jagannath Puri to go to South India. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he just kept going behind. Not just Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, all the devotees actually in Jagannath Puri, they just fainted. And it is said that Mahaprabhu didn't even turn around and he walked away. You know why the Lord does this? We may feel sometimes that Krishna is being so heartless to his devotees that he just leaves them, And who are these devotees? These devotees just love this Krishna. In this case, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, more than anything else. You know, the devotees in Chaitanya Charitamrita, these are all the eternal associates of Krishna from the spiritual world. Like Swarup Damodar Goswami is Lalita Sakhi. Ramananda Rai is Vishakha Sakhi. Like that. Most intimate devotees. But why is it Mahaprabhu? Why is it that Krishna leaves them and goes away? The topmost devotees in this entire creation are the gopis of Vraja. They are the topmost devotees. Pure devotional service means there is no desire, anya abhilashita shunyam. That means there is no desire for personal gratification, whether material or even not even liberation. The only desire that a pure devotee has is the pleasure of Krishna. This is the condition from the very beginning. If one wants to enter pure devotional service, now if you and I want to enter to pure devotional service, that is the minimum condition. If we don't have that, if we have that nature of desiring other things than Krishna, then we are not qualified for pure devotional service. That nature should not be there. That, okay, I will also get some material result and some enjoyment for myself and some enjoyment for Krishna. Win-win situation. That doesn't work. No win-win situation. Only Krishna's pleasure. This is the condition. Now, with this in mind, just consider, because the gopis' pastimes are very, very exalted, very high, but people make them very cheap, like the loving affairs in this world between a man and a woman. What is the difference between the loving affairs between gopis, Krishna, and male and female in this world? Here, even though you call it love, actually the interest is, I love you because you give me some pleasure. Either in a subtle way or in a gross way. That is what is love. I like you because you are very beautiful, and seeing you, I feel very happy. That means I feel happy. My pleasure is important. Or I love you because you cook very nicely and I like your food. So this love is actually, in this world, it is only lust. Why lust? Lust means satisfaction of personal senses. This is lust. But love means satisfaction of the object of your love. That cannot be found in this world. It cannot be found in this world because nobody is actually really qualified to receive that type of love. And also it is not possible to love like that in this world. The closest love, it's not equal in any way, but the closest love in this world that can come anywhere near, right? Like can even try to approach the love in the spiritual, pure love is, I'm saying on the material platform, is the love of a mother for the baby. Because she loves the baby without expecting anything in return. She'll just keep serving and serving, and if the baby is smiling, then she's happy. Like that. So such gopis are the topmost devotees now. Can we expect that they have such desire that, because we see in the past times, they're running to Krishna. Krishna plays the flute and they just run, It appears, and even they portray in movies or in shows in this world, love between Radha Krishna and the gopis. But the person who's making that movie has no experience of pure love, of spiritual love. That person's experience is only the lust of this world. And naturally, that is what he will portray. And whoever watches that will not get any love. His heart will not be purified. Rather, he will burn in lust. One should not see these things. But my point here is, The love of the gopis is, it's the highest. They're completely selfless. I'll give you an example. Even though their only desire, anyabhilashita, means there's no desire for personal satisfaction, isn't it? Then what is their desire? Their desire is Krishna's pleasure. Still, they present it as if, they want Krishna because Krishna is giving them pleasure, or by being with Krishna, their lust is being satisfied. They're burning in separation from him, so please pacify us, like that you will hear. Then why are they saying that? If they only desire Krishna's pleasure, why do they say that you please put your hand on our heads, right? You please show us your lotus feet, I mean your lotus face. Otherwise, we are going to die in separation from you. It sounds like if we see you, then we will get that pleasure. We will get our life. Our life has gone with you, right? My life is not with me anymore. It is with you. So please show. This is after Krishna left them. So I'm trying to explain to you why Krishna leaves his devotees. That's my point here. So first of all, Krishna played flute in the night, in the middle of the night. And that flute, when they heard Krishna's flute playing, they could hear that Krishna's wanting to see them. So immediately they dropped everything, and many of them were even stopped by their family members, their husbands, their sons, fathers-in-law. They stopped them. It was not easy for them to leave. Some of them in that separation even gave up their lives, their bodies. Their bodies got burnt in separation from Krishna. And in their transcendental bodies, they went to see Krishna because their bodies got burnt. And just to manage the situation, Yogamaya created like a dummy material bodies so that the fathers, husbands, and all will be under the impression that they're still at home. Actually, they gave up their bodies so that they can go and see Krishna. And they went in their spirit transcendental bodies to see Krishna. All of their bodies are transcendental, but even the external world, right? So they actually gave up. Like, these are not which gopis, actually, not all, but there are different types of gopis. Some gopis are, for example, the rishis of Dandakaranya in Lord Ramchandra's pastime. They wanted to participate, they wanted to have conjugal love. They wanted to serve the Supreme Lord in conjugal relationship. They expressed their desire to Lord Ramchandra, and Lord Ramchandra said, not now, not in this pastime. In the next, in Krishna Leela, you can participate. So they actually received that Gopi Bhava, and they got the bodies of gopis in Vraja. So and then they didn't get perfection yet. Now they were under training period. And at that time when Krishna, played his flute, when they were stopped in that intense separation, they actually gave up their bodies, and now they got spiritual bodies. So with those spiritual bodies, they went. But of course, there are other gopis who are eternal associates from the spiritual world. They went, like Lalita, Vishaka, Srimati Radharani. They're all eternal associates. So such gopis who don't desire anything for themselves, when they came, you know what Krishna said? Krishna said, why have you come in the middle of the night? Aren't you ashamed? You are the wives of others. You shouldn't do this. Go back. And they were completely devastated. They were devastated. And then after some time, he accepted them. And for some time, they had, nice pastimes. And again, he left them. and he went away. He disappeared. And they started searching. They couldn't find. You know how many gopis were there? 1 crore is 10 million. 10 million. 300 crores. That means 1 billion, right? 300 crores means 300 times 10 million. So 3,000 million, which is 3 billion. 3 billion gopis were there that night. And they were searching everywhere. And it was full moon night, but the forest was so dense that the moonlight could not enter inside. And Krishna was dark anyway, so Krishna could not be found. He hid nicely, so they couldn't see him. And finally, after searching, they were completely exhausted and they sat on the banks of river Yamuna, all 3 billion gopis. And they're sitting in separation, they're singing, and that is called Gopi Gita, the song of the gopis. And in great separation, they are crying to Krishna in various ways. In essence, asking Krishna to please at least show yourself, because they were on the verge of death. They were on the verge of death. And they were finally, it came to a stage where they were just crying loudly. They were just crying. And at that time, Krishna appeared in front of them, smiling. So Sukadev Goswami, who's always supporting, he's always on the side of the on the side of the gopis, because the gopis are very simple-hearted devotees. So being angry, he says, Sukadev Goswami says, Krishna, he has come, Shauri. Shauri means Kshatriya, right? One who has chivalry, like a Kshatriya. So they were weeping after making them cry, after burning them in separation, making them cry so much. Finally, here comes Shauri, the great Kshatriya. What, in other words, it's in a sarcastic tone. He's saying, what is so great in, in making poor, innocent, simple-hearted cowherd ladies suffer in separation and making them cry? What is so great in that? Like that, in that tone he's saying. And also the thing is, he's a Kshatriya. Kshatriya, a Kshatriya's heart is very, how do I say? Like he's not straightforward. Externally, he will be smiling, but in the heart, he's really planning to kill the other person. But externally, he will be smiling and he will be showing that, everything is fine. And this is the Kshatriya's heart. Brahmana is different. Whatever Brahmana has in the heart, the same thing shows on his face. If he's angry, he will just keep, like he will just show his anger. And if he is happy, that is also shown. If he's sad, so there's no hiding. Whatever's there in the heart will show on the face. That's a Brahmana. Kshatriya is the opposite. He's diplomatic. He won't show what's going on. He'll be planning how to kill you in the heart, but externally he will be smiling. So that's why Sukadev Goswami says Krishna, he calls Krishna Shauri, crooked, like that. But then immediately after that, he says, but in reality, it is not that Krishna is so hard-hearted. He suffered as much as the devotees suffered in separation. It is not that he was actually taking pleasure in seeing his devotees suffer, in seeing the gopis suffer. He was not taking pleasure in that. He was suffering as much as they were suffering in separation. However, it was essential to how do you say, to make their love grow, right? To make it come to higher and higher levels. When there is separation, when you don't get what you need, what do? If you really desire it, you endeavor, and that is when by that endeavor you come to perfection. So Krishna wants that from the devotees. He wants to make their love mature more and more. They were already great devotees, but to bring them to higher and higher heights of love. So for that, he separates himself. He disappears from their sight. It is not that he is enjoying it himself. Then you may say, why is he smiling? He should be also weeping, right? When he came in front of the gopis, you should see him also weeping, but he's smiling. And prafullata, that means he's like, like completely full smiling, and he comes in front of them. Actually, inside his heart, he's crying for them. But externally, he's smiling. Why? So that they will become happy. They are already in separation. Now when they see Krishna smile, because what is the desire of the devotee? The desire simply wants the Lord to be pleased and satisfied. So when they see the Lord smiling, that will bring life back to them, and that's what it did. It brought their life back when they saw Krishna. And he just came and he stood like this, like with my virtual background, you can't say, but it's like with both hands like this, like not like this, but opening hands like this. So both his chadar is like flowing on his both arms, and he's just standing. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, arms are up, but Krishna's arms are on the side, right? What does that mean? That's a gesture of, please forgive me. I've given you so much pain. Please forgive me. That was Krishna's mood. So the point I'm trying to make here is, it appears that the Lord is heartless. He is hard-hearted. But that is required. He is not. He's very, very soft-hearted. He can feel exactly what the devotee is feeling in the heart. However, he shows that only to increase their love for him. So therefore, we see here also in Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu's Leela, whenever the Lord leaves the devotees and when they are in separation, not once, so many devotees we have seen. Kurma Brahmana, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Now we are seeing this Sri Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa. They literally faint. And Mahaprabhu doesn't even turn around. He just keeps walking away. Of course, he embraces them. He explains to them when they are weeping. He pacifies them. But the more you pacify, the more they will cry, right? Zid karenge. No, we want you stay, like that. So initially he will pacify, and then he will just turn around and he won't even look back. And that devotee in separation literally faints and falls down, but he just keeps going. Also, this is another, like the Lord's opulence of renunciation. There's so much love. The devotee loves the Lord so much, and the Lord also loves the devotee equally. But still, he can just give up everything and go. So this is, I mean, it's very, these scenes are very, very painful, but this happens in the Lord's pastimes. So what we are saying is, prabhura viyoge bhatta haila acetana. He actually became unconscious. In separation from the Lord, Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa became unconscious. Ei raṅga-līlā kare Sacīra. Sri Sachinandan performs these type of pastimes. When he did so means when Mahaprabhu convinced him to go back, and he continued to go. Veṅkaṭa Bhaṭṭa fell down unconscious. Such are the pastimes of Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi, at SRI Raṅga-kṣetra. ṛṣabha-parvate choli aila gaura hari, Nārāyaṇa dekhila taha nati-stuti kari. So Mahaprabhu is now continuing his travels. So where did Mahaprabhu go from SRIRANGAM? He went to Ṛṣabha-parvate, the mountain named Ṛṣabha. And he took darshan of the deity Nārāyaṇa and he offered obeisances. When the Lord arrived at Ṛṣabha Hill, he saw the temple of Lord Nārāyaṇa and offered obeisances and various prayers. Purport: Ṛṣabha Hill, Anagada Malaya Parvat, lies 12 miles north of Madurai city. So this is in Tamil Nadu, South India. So now also Mahaprabhu is in SRIRANGAM, South India. So from there. So this Ṛṣabha Hill is 12 miles north of Madurai city in the district of Madurai in southern Tamil Nadu. It is one of the mountains known as the Kutakachalas. Nearby Ṛṣabha Hill is the forest where Lord Ṛṣabha burned himself to ashes. So why is this mountain called Ṛṣabha Hill? This is where Lord Ṛṣabha burned himself to ashes. So Ṛṣabha, we read about Ṛṣabha in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Ṛṣabha is a kala or Shakti avatar of the Supreme Lord. That means a living entity who is empowered with the potency of the Lord. What is the potency in Ṛṣabha? Bhaga. Bhaga means opulences. You have Aishwaryasya, Viryasya, Yashasa, Shriya, Jnanam, Vairagyam. These are the opulences. So a portion of the Lord's opulences are invested in Ṛṣabha. So therefore, now he is an avatar, Shakti avatar, like that. So I'll just stop here today. We just read one verse, maybe 2 verses we read. But there's one more point I want to tell you here about the gopis. That even though the desire of the gopis is only to please Krishna, why do they say that we want, why they actually say it also, right? And we also get that feeling, that understanding that, oh, they are dying in separation, like we see in this world. I love you so much, I cannot live without you. What does that mean? That means I need to see you, otherwise I'm going to die. That means I'm going to get pleasure by seeing you. Is that what is happening with the gopis? Is that why they are asking that please come and show yourself to me? And so many other things they will ask. Why are they saying that? Because their desire is Krishna's pleasure. Then why they are saying, show yourself to us, otherwise we are going to die? There's a very important principle behind this. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains this. You see, we will understand what is love when we see experts. That's when we understand. Whenever there is love, it is not said in words, which is just the opposite of today's world. Yes, in today's world, they say that you have to express it, you have to say, you have to keep saying, I love you, I love you. But actually, when you say that, Shastra says, when you say it, love has to be nicely protected in the heart, and it has to be shown in actions. Not that you keep saying it, I love you, I love you. When you say that, your love will shrink. It will reduce, and it may even be finished. The analogy given is like your love is like a lamp. You keep that lamp inside the house. If you take the lamp outside the house, what will happen? Because of the wind, it may be put out. Yes, it may reduce, and it may be put out. Therefore, you don't express you don't say it in words. You keep it nicely in your heart, but you nurture that and you show it in action, but don't say it. So there's one example. This also Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, let's say your very dear friend comes to your house, a very dear, someone who's very dear to you comes to your house, and you know that the person is very hungry. By seeing that person's face, you can understand, oh, my friend is so hungry. So immediately you go into the kitchen and you start cooking so many things, right? Like a whole feast. And your friend will say, what are you doing? Why are you cooking all this? I don't need, I'm not hungry. What will you say? What will you say? Tell me.
If you're a true friend, you will say, I know you. I can tell. If you have that kind of relationship, you can feel the uh,
So you
It's
will say, I know you're
actually
hungry. Is that what you're
right,
saying? Acha,
right.
okay. Okay. Achitpriya Mataji,
it's for my pleasure that I want to prepare and serve you.
for my pleasure, meaning you're cooking, I'm cooking
You
it.
come and serve. You come after a long time. I want to cook something and serve you
I
like
want to
that.
cook for you, for my
Yes.
pleasure, you're saying. Okay.
Yes.
And anyone else wants to say? What will you say? If, yes, Bhakti Sundari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Like, if we sense that, then definitely we'll say that I know you are hungry and I want to feed you.
Acha. So if he sees that you're cooking and if the person comes and asks, then you'll say, I know you're hungry, so I'm cooking for you. Okay. Any other answers? No? Okay. Here, what Acharya says is, if you really love your friend, you will say, no, 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 I'm not cooking anything for you. I'm just cooking for the family. I'm just cooking for myself. I do this anyway all the time. I'm not cooking for you. I'm just cooking for myself. I cook for myself all the time. So I'm just cooking. You just happen to come at this time. I'm just cooking like that. You won't tell the person, I'm cooking for you because I can see that you're hungry. No.
Mataji, if you are trying to be hospitable, you will say that. If you are a true friend, like if you are very close, then you can say that. I No, you're right. I would still not say that. I take
Yeah,
my words
exactly.
back.
I also was thinking, but this is the highest. So if you really love the person, you will not say, and the thing is, this type of culture you will see in villagers, like they just don't show. I mean, they don't express in words. They don't say that I'm doing it all for you and all that. They don't say that. But all that love they will show in their work, in their action. So they'll cook a big feast for you and they will serve it. And no, 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 I'm not doing it for you. I just do it anywhere, like that. But in the heart, there is something else. And externally, they say something different. So in the gopis' case, they are saying that we are dying in separation from you. Yes, they were. But what was their desire? That if Krishna comes and shows himself, he puts his head, or we will hold him and all that, then by that my burning separation will be satisfied. No, that's what they're saying externally. We need it for myself. I want you to come. I'm dying. They're saying it externally. What is inside the heart? Inside the heart, it is that Krishna will be pleased. We know, and this is a fact. Krishna also has a desire. They know, they understand that Krishna has a desire to be with them and he will love it. He will be pleased. So for Krishna's sake, they're saying, please show yourself to us and everything else, whatever else they're saying, because they know Krishna will get pleasure. However, externally they're saying, for our sake, we want it. Why? What is the reason? Because they're hiding their love. Why they're hiding their love? So that love will be nicely maintained. It won't be reduced. So the lesson here is, from this what we are learning is, don't express in words, especially when it comes to the Supreme Lord. That is our love for the Lord, right? Even if you have, some reciprocations and all, keep it in the heart. Don't talk about it. Because the problem when you talk about it is what you have, that will become small, or you may even lose it, that love. So that's the message. I thought it was very, it's a lesson, right? Because sometimes, like small children, right? They just say whatever there is, they don't understand. So that's also one level, that's also nice, being innocent. But actually, when you grow up, we are supposed to know these things, apparently, right? Dealings. So when you actually have love, don't say it externally, but show it in action. That's what we are learning from the gopis. With that note, I will end today's session. Thank you all so much for joining.
Hare Krishna,
Sri
Mataji,
Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mataji?
can I ask a question?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Mataji, rightly now you said that we shouldn't share anything is something we have reciprocation or realization. But sometimes we see that, suppose we are hearing some particular speaker, maybe Maharaj, and they share their realizations. So we like it and we feel more connected to Krishna, and we strengthen our faith when the realizations are shared. So how we can kind of connect this to Mataji?
So the spiritual master, very good point actually. You see Narad Muni? Narad Muni is instructing to Vyasdev about his previous life when he was a child. So normally it is not advised to give your personal examples. Same thing, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also in Chaitanya Charitamrita says how, Sri Nityananda Prabhu appeared to him in a dream and told him to go to... Acha, please give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So, even Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, we will see, he's saying in Chaitanya Charitamrita how, when his brother and him had an argument because his brother didn't have so much respect for Nityananda Prabhu. Although he accepted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Lord, he didn't have so much respect for Nityananda Prabhu. And Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami didn't agree with that, and they had an argument. So at that time, that night, Nityananda Prabhu appeared to him in a dream and ordered him to go to Vrindavan. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is revealing this in his book for everyone to read. And also, not only that, also he said about, he got the blessings of Sri Govinda Gopinath, Sri Madan Mohan Govinda Gopinath. And then while saying that, he says, Actually, these things should not be revealed. These are supposed to be kept confidential. The Lord's reciprocation to your love. These things are kept to be confidential. And here he's writing this in a book for the whole world, for so many generations to come to see. He's saying, actually, these shouldn't be said. This is very confidential, but I have to say this to show that it is authentic. That means, otherwise, how you will know the glory of the Lord? Unless I say this, how you will know? Meaning, even when they say it, and same with Narad Muni, when he's giving his own personal example, his point is, normally they don't give their personal examples. You will see. They will always quote from scripture. They will give some example from scripture of this acharya, or, from the Lord's pastimes, you'll give some example. Not your personal example that, I had this dream or I had this, like that. No, they won't do that. But a spiritual master sometimes can do that for his disciples just to give them a particular lesson. He may do that. Normally, in general, they don't do it. But if they give their personal example just to make a point, they want to give you a message. It's not about telling you that I'm so fortunate, Krishna has shown me this. Not like that. Here the point is, he wants to teach you something, a lesson. To teach you that lesson, as an example, he may give his personal experience. That also he will do with great discretion. He won't just, you understand the point. So yes, sometimes it may be done like that, but they do it with great caution.
Mhm. And Mataji, suppose if we are not able to interpret that particular message or whatever kind of reciprocation we have got, then in that case, can we share with some authority person and
Yeah,
get message out of it?
the idea here is, see, devotees will have relationship. Dadati prati speak confidentially and you will hear confidentially. Confidentially is important here. So in devotional life also, we need such a, like an authority, someone who matches with your wavelength, or a friend, a devotee friend who's also advanced. So there's a, guhyam akyati prichati. That means you will reveal your heart. Who will you reveal your heart to? To someone who's superior to you, right? And then you will inquire from them. So, and the superior will normally hear from you. You understand? Superior will hear from you, and the junior subordinate one will open up the heart and tell, this is what happened. And then they will explain to you how to understand this situation. But this is done in a confidential way. This is not done in an open way. Just go around telling everyone, this happened, this happened, this happened. No, not like that. If you do that, you will be the loser, because you will lose that love, that experience that you have, that will be gone. You have to keep it confidential. But to understand it better, as you said, right? And yeah, to one or two devotees who are like, confidential, and like your Shiksha Guru, or, like that. Yes, you can, certainly.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Got it now.
Yeah.
We have to maintain that hierarchy.
Yes. Thank you.
Mataji,
Yes.
what you said is true, Mataji. When the friend comes and when she doesn't allow us to cook, we will say like that we are cooking for our family, not for you.
Yes, Mataji.
Like that, and we silently serve them, call them. Then, yes,
Yeah.
Mataji. Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, Mataji. I
Hare
was
Krishna.
also thinking of Advaita Acharya when he cooks so much like a feast
Exactly.
and
Perfect. He says to
and
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
just a
I will
morsel
only
of
cook
food.
one handful of rice for you, and maybe some boiled vegetable. That's all. Exact, perfect example for this. He will say, please come to my house. I will cook mushti bhar, means ek haath bhar ke, one handful of rice and maybe some boiled vegetable. I won't cook anything. And when Mahaprabhu goes, there's my God, so many types of sharks, so many this. And Mahaprabhu says, simply seeing this one will get love of Krishna simply seeing this cooking, this offering, because there's so much love that went into that cooking. Yes,
Yes,
that's
Gauranga Darshan Prabhu was saying, like a meter-long feast it was, like so much
right.
he cooked.
Yes, Mataji. So we will end, huh?
Thank you,
Thank you. My
Mataji. Hare
japa time
Krishna.
also, that's why. Sri
Hare
Chaitanya
Krishna.
Charitamrita ki jai.
Jai.
Srila
Jai.
Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami
Kaviraj
ki
Goswami
jai.
ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Bhatt
jai.
ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Mataji.
Vrinda ki
Thank
jai.
you so
Thank
much,
you.
Thank you.
Mataji.
Hare
That
Krishna.